Hello everybody, it's Amy, and today I'm going to show you how to make the African flower using crochet. I'm using it to make this, I think, gorgeous blanket made out of all of these flowers, different colours with a black border. Kind of reminds me of a stained glass window kind of effect. So to do this I will be using a 5mm crochet hook. It's the one I prefer to use, and double knit wool or yarn. So I have a black border, and the first one I grabbed here is this purple colour. So to start off with, you will need to make your loop, and you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to go into the first loop and do a slip stitch. Just pull it through just to give you a nice big circle here. Now I crochet around my tail just so it's all tucked in. You don't have to, you can leave it to the side if you wish, if that's easier. I'm going to crochet around mine. Now what we need to do first of all is to chain 3, 2, 3. That then becomes one of our 2 trebles. So to do the next treble, we're going to yarn over, go through the big hole, yarn over, pull through. You now have 3 loops. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the treble. We now have our chain 3 and our treble. We are going to make 5 more of these pairs. So we chain 1 to make a space, and we're going to treble again. So yarn over, through the big hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There is another treble. So we'll do another one. There we have 2. Now you need 6 of these pairs in total. So I'm going to go ahead and do those. Remembering to put your chain 1 in between each pair. One, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, and the last one, 6. So to join them together, don't forget to do your chain for the spacer. You want to go into this top one, so 1, 2, 3, your first original 3 space, just slip stitch into that to give you a loop. So that's round 1, where you should have 6 of these pairs of trebles with a spacer in between each one. What we're going to do now is we want to be in this space here. So to do that, you go into this, just a slip stitch. You do 1 and then into that space there, and that then puts you in the right position for round 2. So to do that, as we have done here, we want to do a pair of trebles, a space, and a pair of trebles, all into this one space here. So 1, 2, 3 as our first treble, and then your next one into that same space. There's 2. You chain 1, and you do another 2 trebles into this same space. 1 and 2. We're going to then do it in here. Now you don't want to make a space, you just want to go straight into it. So you now do a treble, 1, 2, chain 1 for your space, and into the same hole again. 1 and 2. What this will then do eventually is make it sort of hexagonal, or I think hexagonal is 6, isn't it? This creates like a corner, so a corner there and a corner there as you go around. And you just continue until all of these are done. So 1 treble, 2 trebles, chain space, 1 treble, 2 trebles, and repeat. So when you get to the end and you have your spaces here filled with 4 trebles each, you straight away slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, just as we did on the previous round. So slip stitch straight in here. You don't need to do a chain space or anything, just straight in there. As you can see, it's looking rather hexagonal already. All of these corners here are getting ready to finish off your flower. So just as before, we need to get ourselves into this space. So we are going to slip stitch just as we have been, just to move ourselves over into the space that we want to be in. So 1 and 2. So we're now in this space. When you're in here, we are going to do 6, 8 or 7, I can't remember off the top of my head, I was going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. So 7 into this space. So 7, so the first one is going to be a chain 3 as always, and then 6 in this case. All into that same space. Running out of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one, 7. This is what will then give us our flower, the petal shape. So you don't need to do any chains. You want to skip this space and go into the next corner space. So just yarn over and straight into the space there. So your first treble. And again, do 7 of these. And you just continue that all the way around. Okay, so I've just cut off that there. Now we're going to do the black. So you would do your loop on there. And you can just pick any of these chains, any of these loops to go into. It doesn't really matter. So we'll just go in this top one here. And what you're going to do is a double crochet. And you're just going to double crochet all the way around. But what we do here, when we get to this space, is we make it a bit longer. So just double crochet into each of these. And when we get to here, this is where we do a treble. Okay, so yarn over all the way down to this bottom hole here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that then gives us this long black piece here. Now you have to make sure that you don't skip the next one. Sometimes it is hiding it a little bit. Just push it to the side and make sure that you do go into this space, and this is just a normal double crochet here. And again, you should have 7 double crochets in between each of those big trebles. So I'm going to show you that again. So now we're at another space. So yarn over all the way down to this. So you've got 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through, give it a bit of a tug. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then back to the double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now again our treble. And you want to do that all the way around till you get back to here. So I'm going to chain 3, do another chain, so you're chaining 4, and then a treble into that same corner space. So that gives you a corner. Then just going to treble in each space all the way across till you get to over here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I call it the middle one, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're back at a corner. So you chain 1 and then do a treble into that same space to make a corner. And repeat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, into the middle, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to make another corner, so chain 1 and into the same space. And you repeat the process. You can see how this is now becoming your hexagon. And you repeat that all the way around. Now I'm going to stop here just so that I can show you how to join as you go. So I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, so I've gone around just in the same way, just continued. You can either carry on and do a slip stitch when you get here and then sew them all together afterwards, but I'm just going to for the moment show you how to join as you go. So to do this, you're going to still do trebles, but into these. I hope that the camera will be able to pick it up for you. So what I'm going to do first of all is chain 1, which would be your normal corner. And what you're then going to do, rather than just go straight in, is into the corner here, just insert your hook. This will be joining the two together. Just going to pull it through and just pull through. So it's like a slip stitch, but you're going into the other piece just to join the two together. What I do from here is a normal treble, as normal, down here into the same hole because you need to make the corner. So the treble is still the same. But what you do is, rather than just doing another treble, is you have to slip stitch into the first space. So just a normal slip stitch, just straight in there, yarn over, pull through and pull through. That just connects your treble to the previous one, and you repeat the process. So do your treble and you go into the next hole, the next chain. So we've got 1, 2, you go into the next one. Yarn over, pull through, and it connects them together. Now treble into the next one. I'm sure black is not the best one to show you how to do this. I will do another video in colour. So you just continue all the way along. And that for me is much easier than having to sew them all together afterwards. But do whatever is easier for yourself. Okay, lovely. So we're at the end. So what I do here, just go into this chain in like the space of the corner, do a slip stitch just to put you in the corner and chain 1. This is your next corner space on the one you were doing before, and just continue as normal. You've done your chain 1 and you just treble back into this corner and finish off as you would. It's already attached, you don't need to worry about it now. We've gone along into each of these, so it is already attached, no need to sew it in. And just finish it off all the way around, just doing normal trebles just as you have been into each of these spaces. Okay, last one. So to finish it off, you just slip stitch into 3, slip stitch, and we're done. Cut it off. Fasten off, and there we have it. You have just made yourself an African flower, hexagon African flower, joined it together, and hopefully you will have created something very pretty. So I hope that was okay for you. Please do subscribe, hit the like button, leave us any comments, any tips. I shall try to use a different colour next time when showing you how to join as you go. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good evening and take care. Bye bye.